Top of the morning to you. This is a daily morning motivational message coming to you live from the Cleveland Clinic, world renowned medical facilities, some of the best care in the world. So, if you got anything going on, whatever it may be, challenges, illnesses, surgical procedures, Cleveland Clinic is top notch. That's my plug for the clinic. Let's get into daily morning motivational message. Happy Motivate Monday. Motivation's a lot like taking a bath. It's a lot like taking a shower. It's a lot like brushing your teeth, putting on deodorant, using lotion, personal hygiene. We do these things for the exterior so that we can show up and release the interior of our intellect, our language, our thoughts, our words, our actions. And everything has an origin and a seed. And so my mama used to always say cleanliness is next to godliness. You ever heard the phrase brainwashing? They brainwashing you. Well, there's a lot of us that need to wash our brains each and every day because we got some stinking thinking. We're talking down to ourselves. Let me tell you something. If some people heard the way that you think and the way that you talk to yourself, if somebody saw that, they'd be like, yo, you need to chill, chill, chill. You're going too hard on you. Sometimes we get sucked into the vortex of a toilet bowl flush where we have a thought. And listen, just because a thought enters your mind doesn't mean that you have to entertain it. You can actually put your focus on something else. We do have the power of where we put our attention. We do have the power of creation. So just because a thought enters your head doesn't mean you have to entertain it. And sometimes we have negative thoughts that enter our mind. We have toilet bowl flush where we take one negative thought and then it leads to another. And then what do? We keep it on repeat. We keep going back to it over and over and over again. Well, I am here to let you know that that does not have to be the case, especially as we're starting a brand new week. It's the final week of February 2026. We're already in the second month, and it's about to be a wrap, y'all. It's about to be a wrap. Time waits for no one, so I want to encourage you on this day to get yourself together. Make sure that you're organized for your week. Know what you're going to be doing, what your priorities are. What are you holding yourself to account for? What is your specific target, your specific goal for the week? Is it in alignment with the dream that you're working to manifest, that you're committed to achieving and fulfilling? So that you're using goals as stepping stones to the realization of your dream. The goals are building blocks, right? Stepping stones that get us to the outcomes that we're committed to. Now, I want you to write a couple of things down for me this morning, if you would. Number one, I'd like for you to write down three things that you're absolutely committed to achieving on this day, this Motivate Monday. Three specific tasks. It could be a workout, it could be a healthy lunch or healthy dinner. It could be writing a note, a love letter to your spouse or your significant other. It could be spending some extra time with your child. It could be a meditation. It could be a morning plank, which you'll see that later on this morning. We'll get to the morning plank. It could be reading 10 pages of an empowering book. It could be writing in your journal. Three things that you're committed to following through with on this day. I'm not talking about what you already did. By the time you're watching this or listening to it, you're going to find three new things to add to it. Okay, it could be a set of 25 push-ups, 25 lunges, and 25 sit-ups. Those are three separate things that you can do if you're looking at this message later in the day. It could be a phone call to check in on a loved one. It could be a phone call to a friend, just to say, hey, I was thinking about you. Sometimes life be lifing, and we look up, and life has been lifing all over us for about 6-7 months, and we don't know where the time has went, and we didn't call that person back, and now 1 week has turned into 6 months, and we're like, doggone it, man. I've gotten behind. I've lost track. I need to get back into the game. I got to get back into the rhythm. So I want to encourage you to really, really be focused and intentional with not only setting the tone for your day, but for the week. so that you have clarity, specificity, and you're taking specific actions and the manifestation of your goals and getting closer to achieving your dream. But it's all about the activity. So action is going to be our best friend. Action is our greatest ally. And you can fail forward. It doesn't have to be perfect. Stop waiting for everything to be just right. Stop waiting for everything to be lined up the way you want it to be. That's not how life works. Ready, fire, aim. Just go. Just get it done. Just do it. You can course correct along the way. You all know this. The space shuttle is off course more than 90% of the time from the time it launches until the time it reaches its destination. That means more than 90% of the time, it's constantly course correcting and making adjustments along the way. If they don't do the course correction, they're not going to reach their destination. So it's okay if you're off course, just make adjustments. Why? Because champions adjust, and you are a champion. I want you to fall in love with your swagger, fall in love with your game, fall in love with your effervescence, your ebullience, your awesomeness. I want you to fall in love with all that you have to offer because you have a lot to offer. You're here for a reason. You've got a lot of light to shine on this world. You've got a lot of value to add to the equation. You are a person that when you enter a situation, people are talking about how you've added or multiplied in their life. All goodness, all positive things, all positive outcomes. You don't want to be somebody that's divisive. You don't want to be somebody that subtracts. You want to be someone that adds and multiplies good things in every situation that you enter into. So be intentional, be specific, have some clarity, and reach. Reach for something that you want to achieve before the month of February comes to a close. Stretch, push, go, run, grow, because we're here. We're here. We're in the final week. And don't let today pass and any other day pass without leaving a mark on it left by your actions, your intentions, and your essence. Leaving your essence into any situation that you're entering into. If it's a phone call, if it's a conversation, if it's a room that you're entering, let's make sure that we leave that phone call, that situation, leave that room far better than what it was before we walked into it, before we entered into it, before we made that phone call. Let your voice be your message. Let your energy be your stamp. And let your intention and your focus be your guide. Hope you got some value out of this quick message. If you liked it, please like and subscribe and share it. Go ahead and pass it on because it's a blessing to be a blessing.